This is DG Vision Network.
Hello there, it's good to be here again. This is DG Vision Network with Byra Gabi, Africa's leading business and technology edge. I am Gideon Tobiloba. I have here with me Princely Mamodu. Princely, welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here again.
This is DG Vision Network.
Alright, on today's edition, this year 2021 makes the 20 years of GSM operation in Nigeria. We will be bringing you highlights of GSM 20, an event put together by DG Vision Network in partnership with Atcon and Outon. We will also be speaking with Nigerians to see how GSM has affected them, plus an interview with Yetunde Akinloye, Head of Policy, Competition and Economic Analysis, NCC, who will join us live from Abuja to tell us what her office is doing to help the Commission achieve their new strategic vision. But before all that, let's have a look at issues that made news during the week.
Media stakeholders recently gathered at the International Press Center Conference Hall to address concerns regarding the 6th NBC Code amendment. The International Press Center, Nigerian Union of Journalists, and various representatives of media organizations during the presentation of question mark on the 6th NBC Code Amendment, a publication by a consortium of independent broadcasters and free press advocates, called for an urgent review of the NBC Code, which was described as a threat to press freedom and anti-democracy. Speaking on the significance of the publication and the event, the executive director of the International Press Center, Larry Aragundade, had this to say.
For them to understand the basis of our objections. So what we have done essentially is to compile all these objections and bring them into one document, so that in case they are saying that we don't even know what they are saying, now we have put it down, and they can also, respond to this. And people will be able to have an informed opinion on what is really going on. But the truth of the matter is that the amendments are such a threat to press freedom and survival of businesses in this industry that we need to constantly cry out loud until they listen and agree to do something about it.
Adeleye Ajayi, Chairman NUJ Lagos State Council, called on the Ministry of Information to go back to the drawing board and make necessary adjustments.
I implore the government, especially the Federal Ministry of Information, the sponsor of that very bill, to go back to the drawing board and make necessary amendments, like we are talking about the constitution of the governing board of the NBC, the regulation powers of the NBC, the appointment of the DG, appointment of the board of governors of NBC, and the financials of NBC, the welfare of staff of NBC, and so on and so forth. All this should be taken into consideration, and there should be collective agreement for that bill to actually sail through.
It should be recalled that the National Broadcasting Commission unveiled the amendment to the 6th edition of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code on the 27th of May 2020. Nigeria must adopt science and technology to overcome food challenge, NAFDA DG. As Nigeria struggles to address increasing food challenge by its citizens, the Director General of the National Biotechnology Development Agency, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, says the only option left is for the country to adopt science and technology in overcoming the challenge. Speaking at the 5th edition of the OFAB Awards held in Abuja, Professor Mustafa said the primitive agricultural practices are facing various challenges, and only science and technology can rescue the country with the adoption of mechanized form of agriculture. He says agriculture and biotechnology sector in the country is undergoing a rapid transformation, with scientists and researchers working round the clock to improve various crops, adding that some has been made with 3 crops: cotton, cowpea, and maize.
This is DG Vision Network with Byra Gabi, your leading business and technology show on the continent. Don't forget to join us at www.youtube.com/DGVisionNetwork and subscribe for news, views, and to win prizes. Also follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on the screen.
An interesting one there on the news about technology and agriculture.
Yeah.
So how is it important it is to use technology and science in helping us in agriculture?
Yes,
this
the beauty
country.
of this is that it's working well in some other countries. I know that Rwanda has been making use of technology in getting seeds and the likes across to farmers. It's making it, the operation very easy and, accessible. So if we inculcate that into our farming or agricultural system, I think it will be all good for us, especially now that borders are closed and, we have to look within to get.
It shouldn't be a question because this 2021, technology and science should be part of everything we do. And
Yes,
we don't even need.
yes.
I know the beautiful thing about it is that I was looking at the USA, and it's just less than 2% of their population are into farming, and they are feeding the whole country.
Over 400 million people.
I'm telling you, and they are making like 1 point something trillion on agriculture. So once you can get it right in science and technology, we don't need everybody to go into farming as the government always want everybody to go into.
We just need a few people
Yes.
that are into it to get it right.
Optimize it.
Yes.
And we can feed the
That's
nation.
all. I hope the leaders can take a cue from this and move Nigeria forward from it agriculturally. Okay, the world has become a global village, and a necessary tool for this process is communication, of which telecommunication is a key player. Looking back to what life used to be before the GSM revolution 20 years ago, it gives one a clear understanding of the positive impact GSM has on Nigerians. This is why we at the DigiVision Network, in partnership with Alton and Atcom, organized GSM 20, an event to celebrate 2 decades of digital transformation in Nigeria. All right, and now we are going to give you an exclusive highlight.
All the way from Abuja.
From the event. Enjoy this.
In our national color, no problem cultural troop, Buhari Area Council.
Maybe other emerging technologies will also take advantage of the GSM technology and moving on our activities, our functions, our processes, and everything that we are doing may also be powered by the same technology. So I join on behalf of my DG. I want to say congratulations for every one of us for all that I've enjoyed, and I wish everyone that is seated here today a fruitful celebration. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. Unfortunately, we are having an emergency management meeting in the office, so the person that is supposed to deliver the goodwill message is still at the meeting. DigiVision has been a partner of NIMSI. They have provided support to us, especially for our corporate communications department in training and also in sourcing digital equipment for the functional operation of the department.
Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My MD, Professor MB Abubakar, wished to have been here personally to grace the occasion, but however, due to exigencies of the service, who happens to be outside the country for another official engagement, he directed that I represent him in the occasion. On his behalf, I wish the organizers successful deliberation and more successes as you intend to undertake more and more of these occasions. Thank you and God bless.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to our panel discussion here this morning.
Some who have phased out, and we do not even know where they are today. It seems like the major players only that we have today are the iPhones, the Samsung, Nokia, it's coming back, Techno, Infinix. So there's been a significant transformation. You know, how we even purchase data. Once upon a time, you needed to either locate the nearest telecoms shop, network shop to either get data or recharge your phone. Today, you can do that from the comfort of your home. So I would say the transformation has been explosive. Is it enough for us to hold our heads up high and walk with pride? I would say no, not yet.
Okay.
I would say maybe we can give ourselves a big pat on the back, on the shoulder to say that we have tried. But with respect to, I see a lot of digital infrastructures coming up. I can't see a significant synergy with the level of digital literacy that is being created.
Okay, digital literacy is another angle we should look forward to in the next year, the coming years. All right, Mr. Victor Edoho, please, let's hear your view. 20 years of GSM in Nigeria. How has the journey been so far?
Well, thank you very much for the question. The journey so far has actually been worthwhile in the sense it has created a lot of room for flexibility and automation. And we all can agree to the fact that with the advent of the COVID-19 in 2020, a lot of services automatically just have to find a way to move into automation. Businesses here and there started moving to the internet, and activities drastically went into the internet. And when it started from looking at 20 years back, talking about GSM we had then was in relation to more of communication and SMS basically. But today we have audio visuals, we have WhatsApp, we have all manner of technology. So there's a huge difference between this time lap, and a lot of things have actually come into this space, and not just for individuals now, even businesses are now using this little.
What came to my mind was a study we did in 2005 to assess the impact of GSM in Nigeria. Very interesting study, which was done by the Federal Ministry of Science and Tech through the agency, the National Center for Technology Management. And I did remember that we tried to work with NCC to get the study done for Nigeria under the request of President Obasanjo at that time. And I want to believe that the division will take that study. This is about 10, 15 years after what has happened. So I think that study is very important for us as a country to be able to analyze and actually see what the impact has been. I just
time, even for students, now people take lectures without stepping out of their houses, and trust me, the impact is enormous. Looking at the past recent years with COVID and all of that, I wonder what would have happened if we didn't have GSM in our lives.
This panel is to speak to the future. You know, we have come 20 years on. Another 10 years on, you know, we should be looking at people who will drive it. Not people of 15 years, 40 years old, but people who actually can drive the revolution.
So I've been going around Nigeria trying to establish the baseline information of the workforce of TVET institutions. And when you talk of TVET, about 40% of jobs that are available today are supposed to be manned by these TVET graduates. because that is where we have the middle level manpower to be developed, not for only Nigerian use, but for global use.
Hello, I am Bayero Agabi, welcoming you to this new ride, a digital ride that takes you into the lifestyle experience of innovation, tech impact, and new business frontiers. This is DG Vision Network. On a weekly basis, we keep you well informed of developments and trends. Now the tech ecosystem is impacting politics, business, public and private enterprise management, plus how the new digital life can transform your business. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us.
That was a good one.
Yeah, very interesting events.
Yeah, GSM at 20 in Nigeria is just like yesterday when movie started.
I remember using my first phone back then.
Wow, what brand of phone was that?
That was a Triumph or something like
Triumph.
that. I don't think GSM in the market anymore.
No, probably another company bought it over.
Yes, it was in, I think my dad bought the phone in 2001 and he handed it over to me in 2003. So that was my first phone.
Yeah, that's good. I think mine was a gem.
Oh.
Yes. Handed over to me by my mom.
My mom. These days they don't hand phone numbers to the kids. They buy them new ones.
They buy them new
ones.
You know, the kids are more advanced than us.
Though
then those ones we really value it because it's a new thing back then. All right, you're still watching the Division Network with Baragabi. For details, log on to www.dgvisionnetwork.com or better still, subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/dgvisionnetwork. Now, the effects of GSM on Nigeria is far-reaching. So the question is, how has GSM affected you? If I throw that question to you, what would you say?
Wow, man. We're so used to GSM now that I myself, I'm so used to it now. I can't even imagine how things were like before GSM. I can't even imagine. The impact has been tremendous. Let's look at the ease of communication. Right
that
now,
one alone,
I'm telling you,
massive.
You can go anywhere with confidence. Unlike then, you're scared to go out because you may go out and be disappointed.
We have only the fact that we now have news on the go.
You have news on the go.
You're getting it as it's happening.
I'm telling you, the accessibility to information is quite enormous. How it has helped. Also in businesses, look at the business opportunities that came with the GSM. I remember now they don't do call centers anymore.
At all. Then it was a major industry.
It was a major thing, but it has evolved past call centers to different kind of business and helping existing business to grow. I mean,
kudos must go to the operators,
of course,
especially the largest regulator in Africa. That's the NCC. They have done tremendously well in making this sector very organized and well regulated.
And kudos must go to former president Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yeah, he did well as well. So we went to the streets to ask Nigerians how GSM has impacted them, and this is what they have to say.
How revolutionized our world. It's a kind of a tremendous impact this have impacted in our life that, okay, now you can see me now, I can communicate, I can talk to anybody anywhere in the world. So you have actually made the world a global village.
When there's no communication then, we can quickly reach our people, calling them, tell them one of two things. And when now communication, they bring communication now, so we can reach anybody, we can call, we can browse, and if anything happens, you can quickly call.
Well, personally, I feel it has made life easy. For what it's worth, you're traveling around just to get information or receiving mails, physical mails through conventional methods.
GSM lead us to, it enlightens us briefly and it gives us how we can move forward.
The impact is very enormous because it makes business to grow. But at times, the connectivity is epileptic. Why? Because people that are buying the product, they are increasing on daily basis. Due to that, I believe they're supposed to expand their system, gadget, so that they will have that desired result.
This is DG Vision Network.
Even if you ask a day-old child, he is most likely going to have something to say about GSM already.
Yeah, it's probably going to sing Baby Shark, which he has been watching on his
on YouTube.
On YouTube, through his phone.
It is indeed a good thing.
Oh, a beautiful
The
thing.
only worrisome thing for me is how we were able to quickly do away with the old system,
With the old
talking
system.
about the land phone, the phone booths operated by Nitel.
It's I don't know why we do that in Nigeria. Once something new comes, we just hop on the bandwagon and forget what has been before. And right now, I think landlines are something that should be in the museum to show our children. Even the few landlines you see are still using the mobile SIM cards. Well, it's a sad one, but I think we can also try and...
But do you think it is too late to go back there, to bring them back?
Honestly,
well, only the regulators,
only regulators,
and the government.
Well, honestly, I don't think that's in the conversation, but I think they will pass that.
Okay.
But it'll be nice to.
We hope that the regulators are watching and they can give answers to this in due course. All right, welcome. You are still on to your favorite program on TV, DG Vision Network. A few months ago, the EVC of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) unveiled its Strategic Vision Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025. And joining us live from Abuja on the show is Yetunde Akinloye, Head of Policy, Competition and Economic Analysis, who will be telling us what her office is doing to help the Commission achieve the new Strategic Vision Plan. Welcome to the show, Yetunde Akinloye.
Very much. Good afternoon.
Can you speak on the new strategic vision of the NCC in respect to your department and how it intends to help the Commission achieve its objectives?
We have a mandate to ensure that there is a level playing field in the telecom sector. How do we ensure this? We ensure it in the sense that we make sure that no operator is muscled out of the market by any other operator through anti-competitive practices. So what we do is that we ensure and we monitor levels of competition in the different segments of the market at any point in time. When we get complaints of anti-competitive behavior, it is our duty as a department to look at it and try and resolve it as much as possible. Also, recently we've gone through something we called accounting separation. With accounting separation, what that basically means is that an operator is able to, so if an operator, for instance, is doing voice, is doing data, is doing so many other things, you must have separate accounts for each of the activity or the service that you provide, so that we don't have a situation where you are using monies from one segment of the service you provide to cross-subsidize and undercut your competition in any other area. So that's what we do when we talk about accounting separation. It has really gone to an advanced stage because we came up with a template. We asked all the operators to send us their template for the accounting separation, and we are about finalizing it now. So those are some of the things that we do to ensure that there is competition in the market.
What are some measurable benchmarks or key performance index in which you intend to ensure successful implementation of the strategic vision plan?
For us in policy competition, it's not just about having the mandate. For each individual that works in here, we've reviewed our job description. Everybody has a target. Everybody has a KPI. So you are measured against that. And then everything fits into one as our own departmental KPIs, and also helps in the overall to ensure that the vision actually comes to fruition. So it's not just about saying, okay, we have this mandate. We have milestones that we have set for ourselves to ensure that these things actually come, and we mark ourselves against those milestones. Because really, when you set all these kind of milestones and they are not smart, they are not measurable, they are not time-bound, then we might as well just, it means we can have the whole of eternity to do whatever we want to do, but we don't do it like that. We ensure that those things are measurable, they are time-bound, and we make sure that we stick to them as much as possible. There are times, truly, that situations out of our control make it impossible for us to meet deadlines, but as much as possible, for those that are within our control, we ensure that we meet those set timelines.
The NCC is known to be a consumer-centric regulator that tends to put the market indices into consideration. How much of this would you say the new strategic plan has put into consideration?
As you said, we are really consumer-centric, and I think there's a particular one there, I think is it number 3, which says that improve quality of service, consumer experience, and things like that. So really, for us in NCC, we always, in fact, we have a slogan that you take advantage of us so that they don't take advantage of you. That's one of the things we say. And everything we do, even for us as a department, is geared towards ensuring that the customer is fully protected. One of the new things we have started doing now is that all tariffs that we approve, we now put it on the website. So you can go on the website and say, okay, this is the plan I have with my service provider. What did NCC approve for them to do? It's all to protect the consumer at the end of the day. Because truly, if the consumer is not happy, what are we here to do? But also, let's not forget that the NCC also plays a balancing role. We're not just for the consumer, we're also to ensure that there is a market. Because if there's no market, there is no consumer. If there's no consumer, there is no operator. So everything, there's a lot of interdependencies. You have also the federal government. What is the government policy? The government policy is to see that everybody has access to telecom services. That is what government wants us to do. And not just services, it must be services that are affordable. People that can afford it and all the rest of it. So that's why we are here to ensure that the tariffs that are being put out are tariffs that are affordable. They are not exploiting the consumer at the end of the day and all the rest of it. So really, with everything we've put in, with all departments having their own specific mandates, I do not see why we are not able to fulfill everything that we have set out to do here.
All right, thank you very much for your time. That was Yetunde Akile, Head of Policy, Competition and Economic Analysis of the NCC, the largest ICT regulator in Africa, talking to us about what our office is doing to help the Commission achieve the new Strategic Vision Plan 2021 to 2025. And the big one, before we go, is the founder of DG Vision Network has now become a fellow of the Computer Society.
That was a big one. Another feather in our cap.
Yes. So I think this is one of the largest thing that happened to Bayero Agabi.
Yeah, this is a very lovely one for DG Vision. We've been in the game for
like 20 years.
20 years. So. Also like GSM, but I think we're a bit older than GSM. So it's always good when we are honored. Big congrats to the CEO, Bayero Agabi.
Yeah, congratulations to you, sir. And also, we thank the Nigerian Computer Society for thinking toward this direction and making this happen. Yeah. And that's how we put a curtain on the show for this week. For details, please join us at www.dgvisionnetwork.com, or better still, subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/dgvisionnetwork. On behalf of the regular anchor by Ragabi, thank you for watching. I am Gideon Tobilaba and
I'm Mamadou Princely.
Join us again next week. Bye for now.